Cambridge Isani High School. I am so looking forward to just getting this message out to you and hope you are doing well. Know that we miss you, and you're going to hear me say that a lot. And I'm just going to talk to you kind of raw today. We're going to go off a few notes, but just want to give you a message as to where we are at with all of this and what you can expect, and know full well that there's a lot of things that are taking place that we don't have the answers to. But I'm going to walk through today and just share with you where we are at today. And today is Wednesday, March 24th. And so as we go, just want to give you a heads up that things will be changing, and I'll talk about that today. So a big message that I want everyone to know is that we're all in this together. Our number one priority at Cambridge Isani High School is the health of our students and our staff. So every decision that we make, we're going to try to make with that in mind. We also want you to know that we will do our best to communicate those plans that we're going to be sharing out here this week when they're finalized, and know that there's a lot of fluidity that's taking place to get those plans in place. But the one word that there's been two words that I've been sharing with our staff here at Cambridge Isani High School, and I'm going to share it with you, and I'm going to ask that this become a theme that we share throughout this third trimester. Whether we're apart for a week or whether we're apart for the entire third trimester, we don't know those answers yet. But the words are grace and patience, and that's something that we have been working together at Cambridge Isani High School the last week in regards to our staff, one another, is grace and patience. These are brand new times, and we don't know what we don't know. And so we're confronting decisions that we've never predicted that we would be confronting. We don't know what is before us, but again, we will respond with the best information, with the best direction that we can as we go. Up to this point, again, today is Wednesday, March 24th that we're shooting this. We have spent countless hours putting together plans and shifting to what we are calling a distance learning format of instruction. And those are brand new terms to schools, for sure to Cambridge Isani High School. But our teachers have just been crushing this thing, and they're ready for it. And so until further notice, we do want you to know that the school building is closed. We want to make sure that we provide a safe environment. Again, safety being the number one thing that we're talking about. But I also want you to be mindful that distance learning will take place, will start on Monday, March 30th. So have that in mind as you're planning your weeks ahead here. Distance learning will begin on Monday, March 30th. So we're going beyond the basic classroom. We're going beyond the traditional classroom. In our plans, as we are planning on how we can best serve our students, the one conversation that not only Governor Walz has directed us, but that we have been very concerned about is making sure that you have food. And that's a huge thing for us, because again, when we're talking about making sure the health and wellness of our students and our staff are a priority, food comes into play. So we want you to know that breakfast and lunches can be picked up at Isanti Primary School and Cambridge Intermediate School. And that takes place every day from 9:30 to noon, Monday through Friday. So look for additional information in your email from Dr. Nate Rudolph, our superintendent. He's communicating out a lot of information about food pickup and the way that you can go about getting food. Again, we are working very, very hard and very, very diligently to put together a plan that makes sense for all of you. Whether you have internet or you do not, we are going to provide an education for you either way. And we're going to work with grace and patience as we walk this road together. So good communication is more important than ever right now. And remember, communication is listening and being proactive in communicating out, reaching out when needed. So be a proactive communicator in this time, but also be very diligent. That's going to be a keyword that I used here as well. Be diligent, be active in looking at your email and looking for information coming from us. This is a little bit different than what we used to do in school, where you would show up and be in a classroom and someone would hand something to you. You have to be proactive during this time. And we will also be proactive in our communication, but we need the same in return. So have that two-way form of communication as we go. Again, expectations for distance learning are coming soon. We have to have that out this week so we can start on Monday, and we're still finalizing our plans to make sure that all students with internet and students without internet are provided the opportunity to continue to learn. We will continue to communicate through email and through phone calls. And this week, your directed study teachers are reaching out to you through phone calls to make sure that you're doing okay, to ask you some questions. What do you need? And so we're going to continue those forms of communication. Also know that you can reach out to us. We would ask you to reach out to us through emails, through Google Hangouts, whatever you need. We want to make sure that you're still provided all of the resources as though you were still physically present in this building. So again, that number one question is, what will distance learning look like? We are creating a distance learning at Cambridge-Isani High School website to be a one-stop shop for all of your questions and for all of your needs. We will be publishing that this week, so every question that you have, you can either submit that question or get it answered in a frequently asked question area of our website this week. So look for that being communicated out again sometime this week, by Friday for sure. But we will be able to provide a one-stop shop for all of your questions, for all of your resources, for all the connections that you need to be successful during distance learning. So in this new time of education, I've really been studying and looking for motivation in myself, because these are difficult. These have been difficult times for me. For most of you that know me, I love being with you, and this has been a difficult time for me. In fact, I consider this almost a season of drought, and the reason I use that terminology is someone who I follow, a leader and a writer and a speaker by the name of John Gordon. I'm just going to read a quote that he shared. "The character you possess during the drought is what your team will remember during the harvest." And so as I consider that tweet, as I consider that quote, I want you to know that even in this drought season that we might be walking through together, we got rock stars here. We have incredible people. I've been so impressed with our teachers, with our instructional assistants, with our administrative assistants, with our custodians. Every single person who is a staff member here at Cambridge-Isani High School has absolutely showed their character the last week and a half. And I could not be more proud to be a teammate here at CIHS and know that they are working with the same passion that they worked with before this occurred. They're working with that same passion now to deliver to you an exceptional product and give you a great experience in distance learning. It will look different. And again, grace and patience are those two key words. It will look different, but we know that we're going to do this with passion, with energy, and with enthusiasm. And we will continue to live the Blue Jacket way as we've always done, whether we're together or whether we are apart. We will always do things with character, because that's who we are as Blue Jackets. If you're upset, be upset. It's normal. I've been upset. I walked out of this building last week and I'm emotional. I cried because I saw all of the bags lined up outside of students' lockers, and that hit me like a ton of bricks. I've experienced it all. And if you have too, that's awesome. That means it means something to you. And that's what I've told our staff. It should hurt. We love being together. That's why we show up. That's why we're educators. And we hope that that's the same for you. You love being here. We hope that you love being with us as a staff, but you for sure love being with each other. And that's what makes us awesome here at Cambridge-Isani High School. So whatever emotions you're going through, it's okay. And know that we're going to walk through these times together. I cannot be more proud of the team that you have serving you here at Cambridge-Isani High School. Again, any one staff member, whether they're a food service provider, custodian, IA, teacher, doesn't matter, administrative assistant, they've been rock stars. But during this drought, our character will shine through. Our character will shine through. We will not cease to work at building relationships even though we aren't physically together. We will do everything in our power to continue to connect with students, build them up, because our goal is not just to create solid academic people, but well-rounded students. And you've heard me say that since I came back to Cambridge-Isani High School. Our goal is not necessarily academic in nature, but to create the best people and to work to create the best people, leaders, that we can provide. The biggest thing that we want you to hear is that we miss you. We care about you. Your health is important. Continue to follow. If I'm going to do as often as I am able, I'm going to do Instagram lives. I'm going to do my Instagram posts. So if you aren't following me on Twitter at CI Principal or on Instagram at CI Principal, I'd encourage you to do that, especially during these times that we are not physically together, because I'll be posting a lot of information there, as well as look to our distance learning website here at Cambridge-Isani High School. As always, we miss you. We care about you. It's a great day to be a Blue Jacket. Gibbs out.